Hey Raiders, we are here at Fresh Local Ice Cream. This is episode 7. I have with me Josh Ma, who I've known forever. Came up from Georgia. I forget where in Georgia. You want to say?
I am right outside of Atlanta, to the east.
There you go, to the east. So yeah, this is there's 2 locations. There's one over near Crabtree Valley Mall. This one's in downtown Cary, the one we're at. So he got me vanilla Nutella and butter pecan. So see how that is. And he got the famous Carolina Crunch that they always say is really good every time I go, and strawberry.
Yum, yum.
What do you think about yours?
Very crunchy.
Okay. All right. That's really good. So the vanilla Nutella literally tastes like homemade vanilla ice cream, and like you just like put scoops of Nutella in it and like twirl it around. I don't know if, man, they really put like the butter pecan on the bottom. There we go.
This is drippy.
Oh yeah.
That's always the issue with cones, but I love them anyways. A very, very nice lady let me steal a chair. There's not that many chairs out there.
And the butter pecan, to die for. Like, it has chunks of actual pecans or pecans, however you want to pronounce it, layered inside of it. I can't really show it, otherwise it's going to drip. But I say it's really good. The texture, it's smooth, but it also has like some grit to it, to some of the flavors. I don't know if it'd be, what would you say? Is there a little bit of grittiness? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd say so. That's a pretty good way to describe it.
The flavors are amazing. Even though they don't have many flavors, every flavor, at least what I got, sounds like you like yours. You're eating yours like, boom. So that's good.
Well, I gotta eat mine like, or it's just gonna trip all over me, you know?
That's true.
Yeah.
So there is that. So I think a creamy rating, I'd give this a 4.3. It's really good. So it's got good flavors, the texture's good, it tastes like fresh ice cream, tastes like I've made it myself. How's the cone?
Yeah, I have to definitely echo Aaron's beliefs. I think overall this is a very solid place. I'd easily give it 4 out of 5 stars. The only slight negative, in my opinion, is that at a little bit over $6 for a 2-scoop waffle cone, that feels kind of pricey. I would probably personally price it at maybe like $5.50 or something.
Or $4.
$4 maybe stretching it a little bit.
$4.50.
Okay, fine, $4.50. We'll compromise. Never say I'm too rigid. I'm always willing to compromise.
That's true. Yeah, so quick note before we get into the questions, or side note. This guy has been a big follower of us and big proponent for me even starting music. So he kind of like helped me push like my way when back when we went to summer camp. He'd be playing piano a lot, and I'd be like, wasn't really into music as much, but I really liked watching you play, and that's actually one of the things that pushed me into music. And then when I started seeing Skillet and all that, I remembered all like, let's put this all together, and I remembered what you did, and I was like, I can do it.
Excellent. I'm glad I played a role.
Yeah, you always will. And eventually, if we make it bigger, you're going to come on board and do something at some point. I want to, Daniel, at some point, if we make it big, we're going to get all of our friends at some point to just come and like play a part on a song. Like, we'll do like instrument collabs. It'd be fun. I think
it'd be very fun.
We just get like 50 people, we all make one song. That'd be fun. But that's enough of that. So now let's get into the next part. Now that you know the ice cream's good, you've seen it, you've heard me taste it, and we've given you like a small synopsis, we're on to the question bit. So this is where the person with me gets to ask 3 questions of their choosing, and I have to answer it truthfully no matter what. So it could be anything. It could even be a question about you, and I don't know who you are on the other side of the screen, but I don't know. So yeah, what's your first question?
Out of all of the artists that are no longer with us, that have died, whether in our lifetimes or before our lifetimes. You can bring back one. Who would it be and why?
I'm torn between two. It's between Chester Bennington or Freddie Mercury. I think I'm gonna go with Freddie Mercury because. No, wait. If they come back, do they come back as a young version or do they come back as when they die? Like, right when they die, they come back at that age.
You know, that's a fair question. So let's set this parameter. They would come back exactly as old as they were when they died.
Still Freddie Mercury, just because who doesn't want to see another one bites the dust? Bohemian Rhapsody, Fat Bottom Girls, like any Queen song with the actual Queen singer, it'd be great. Because like I'm sure you can find some decent replacements for the other ones, but Freddie Mercury was like the heart and soul. Like they all were, but like without his voice, it's not Queen. I mean, sure it's not Queen without the guitarist or the bass player, like the same one, but you could find one that could like closely match it, like they did with Journey. It's not quite Journey, but you know it's still fun to listen to.
Yeah.
So yeah, Freddie Mercury, because I think you can find someone to replace Chester. It's just probably a long road to find it, but there's someone out there that could probably do what they're doing, or he did.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Freddie had just a truly uncanny ability to really use his whistle register and also his full voice and find ways to blend that in every single song he did.
That's a good question. All right. Number 2.
What do you consider to be your greatest personal weakness, and how have you worked to improve on that?
Oh, this is like a question you get at a job interview. Am I at an interview? Oh, wait, yeah.
You might be.
Okay. I know what it is. Because I do it all the time. Worrying to the extent that it usually gets other people annoyed. So I'm a big worrywart. I'm a hypochondriac. I'm a little bit of everything. If something small goes wrong, I tend to overcomplicate it and take it to the other extreme. Like this is gonna go bad, this is gonna go bad, this is gonna go bad. And even when I get told it's not, I question it and I question it again. So what I've been doing to overcome that is I write like notes or tell to myself when I wake up, everything's fine, it's gonna work out, and I try one day at a time to like, I pick something that like I'm anxious about and I wait to see the outcome, and then usually it turns out good. I'm like, see, there was nothing to worry about. So I try to like say like, where am I gonna go for dinner tonight? Because I don't know, I worry about that. I'm just like, whatever. And if someone says, hey, let's go here, I'm like, that worked out. Or I walk by a place and they're like, that place is open, and the person wanted to go with me. I'm always worried like, are they gonna go here if I say this or not? So I've just tried to like let go and be like, just see what happens, it's not a big deal, and go with it, which is hard to do for me. But and also with doctor things, so like if something like happened, like I saw my arm started tingling, I'd be like, oh no, I got cancer. Not true. So now what I do is I'm like, arm move.
Spider-Man now.
Yeah, like on Spider-Man, or I'd be like, you know, that's just a muscle spasm because I work out. There you go.
He does work out. So I can confirm. I used to have a 6-pack. I don't work out really anymore.
Yeah, I don't work out for the past 2 weeks because I got stitches, but I'll be back at it. But yeah, you can join me and I'll make a program. I'll make one just tailored for you and you can do what you want. But yeah, so worrying about everything and anything. So the best thing to overcome that is take small little steps, write it down, and you got to do it daily. If you don't like try and conquer it daily, you will not make any progress. But then again, it's the same thing with a lot of things. So, but I would say that would be me. So that's a good question.
Now, one interesting thing for a lot of artists to consider, and it's not always one or the other, but let's just say it has to be this way. Would you rather make art that you truly believe in and have a very small but incredibly dedicated group group of followers, or would you rather make art that you don't really believe in but have a ton of commercial success? And no middle ground here. Let's just say that in this scenario, it's one or the other.
It's one or the other. That's one of those age-old questions people ask, but you made a twist on it. See, at one point, I would say I'd want to sell out and make music I'm not liking. To do that as a job because that's what I want to do. But I wouldn't want to sacrifice not loving doing it because you're just doing a job you hate. Okay, you're not totally hating it, but if you don't love music, I feel like people will not see it in your music. So that's why I love Raid. And even if we don't make it big, even though people say we got a chance, I'm like, I'm willing to take the chance, but I'm not like make or break. It's not gonna work. So I think I'm leaning definitely on smaller fan base, but way more dedicated and doing stuff I love because I'll just enjoy it. Because I could always have a job that I kind of love, but then I'll always have that on the side, and boom, I still have income. I'm still playing music. So rather than, can't think of a band that's sold out that's bad. Off the top of my head, I know there's a ton. Whatever, you probably know them. So yeah. So this has been Raid the Creamery. If you have not checked us out, we are Raidthequarry. We're on every social media known to man. And if you want to be a part of a Creamery video, just email raidthequarry@gmail.com and I will respond to you and we can set up a time, place, and ice cream spot of your choosing. Or if you just want to chat. Yeah, alright. Bye.
There's an engine inside of my neck that starts to spin when the circuits connect. Crunching data, the gears turning round.